Mm. This is. Oh wow. Well, welcome everyone to episode 52 of the Succ. This is a very exciting episode. I'm here with my co-host Willow. She's looking a little out of it right now. I'm trying to figure out what's going on. Willow, how are you?
It's just everything's normal. It's cool.
Everything's okay. All right.
There's nothing is wrong.
Are you sure? You seem very like I'm not sure if you're awake right now. Did you take the Ambien challenge or something before the show? This is interesting.
It's just
Willow,
man.
are you there?
This is funny.
Okay. Well, yeah, something definitely is going on. But beyond that, this is a unique episode of the Succ. This is the first time we've had the Philo combination on the show. We've had what did we call it before? Kilo. That was a fun episode.
You can kill me. That's our song is.
Willow, I'm worried about you. Did you take anything before the show? Did you?
No, it's just dinner.
Dinner.
It's just dinner.
What do you mean? What did you have for dinner?
Chicken. So it's just it's this like new thing. Okay, so you just.
Oh no, people. She has just hit the desk just face down. This is for the listeners of the show, and for the watchers, of course, you see what is going on here. This is going to be an interesting episode. Maybe it's just the Phil episode, I guess. I don't know. I wasn't planning on this, but hey, I can hold my own. I did do one episode by myself before and didn't record the audio, so we're already off to a much better start. I mean, I am not totally alone. Willow is here. She's just asleep.
I'm not asleep. I'm cool. It's okay. It was just Nyquil Chicken.
Oh, so you've been eating the Nyquil, the TikTok Nyquil Chicken. This is this is troubling. You got some water. That's good. Maybe some coffee. I don't know. Tea, if you have any.
You know what I think might help? It usually helps is this
beer.
Blue Moon Light Sky. It's a citrus wheat. It's the same beer that you've come to love and cherish from Blue Moon, except it's light and it has you see brewed with tangerine peel. I'm already feeling better because it's just so light.
The citrus is really what brings it heightens the senses, awakens the mind.
Yeah, fights scurvy, and if you get a little Nyquil Chicken in you.
Well, I'm glad you're feeling better. I mean, I guess I would have done the show by myself, but I would much rather do it with you. So I'm feeling relieved that beer is really, and we didn't even get paid for that spot, by the way. So whoever Anheuser-Busch that owns Blue Moon now, you got a freebie on us this time. So
Blue Moon, Golden, Colorado. Yeah,
is that Coors then?
I think it is just Blue Moon. They don't say who owns them.
It's got to be Coors.
They must be owned by Coors, though, but it doesn't
that's
say
what's in
anywhere
Golden,
on it.
For sure.
Yeah.
I could throw a rock out my window and hit the Coors brewery. So
yeah, they're secret parent company, Coors. We're on to you. Give us the fucking money. We know you got it.
They do. They definitely do. Well, welcome, listeners, to episode 52 of the Succ, at the second introduction of the episode. But I did want to take a moment to say welcome to all the listeners, because this is our first mainstream episode since I got to do a guest spot on the podcast Beep Beep Lettuce, or a big fan of the show, Weed and Communism podcast, that I think both of us have been listeners and fans of for a long time.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it was very cool.
My roommate got me into that a while back, and I was like so stoked to hear you. And it was such a great episode too.
It was very fun to hang with John and Todd, and I just want to say, welcome to all the new listeners that have found their way over to the Succ, because since that episode came out, We did record an episode that came out just shortly after that episode, but we had recorded that before, so we didn't really get to address the fact that so many new listeners are joining us. We've seen a huge influx in listeners. We just want to say thanks for joining us. Yeah. We're excited to have you, and I hope you're enjoying the show. But beyond that, I guess, there is a trend going on TikTok where people are coating their chicken in NyQuil and cooking it. Obviously, that is a classic Facebook style shit post for, what, like 10, 15 years people have been doing the NyQuil joke.
I could have sworn it was like, do you remember the Male Chef Tumblr? I swear,
no,
at least
I don't think so.
20 years ago, there was a post of NyQuil, but I might be thinking of the Gatorade. No, the Powerade chicken, actually.
Oh,
so this might be a little fresher than that, but not too much fresher.
Well, I feel like we know two popular NyQuils in the shitposting community. And it's just been a running joke for a long time. So to see TikTok catching up with the NyQuil jokes, I'll be honest, I'll give them credit. I've never seen anybody put it on chicken.
Right.
And I guess this was viral enough.
Story.
Yeah. I guess when you bring up Powerade chicken, though, it's not like not a major leap to make to just start using NyQuil.
Right. It's like instead of, using a can of bud to do your chicken or whatever, your grilled chicken, you just pour like original Four Loko in there. It's like the same sort of
Four Loko chicken. Or that's what you do. You cut the top off the Four Loko and you stick it into the carcass of the chicken, and then you slow roast it for several hours, and then you eat it and die immediately. Shortly after eating one chicken wing.
You have a really good time for about 5 minutes, but then after that,
it's just pain. It's just all pain. I do like that this trend was so viral that it prompted the FDA to put out an official warning to not cook your chicken in NyQuil, which it's just wild to me. Like the story that we're looking at is from Eater, I guess, and they're just kind of lamenting the fact that that jokes always just get one over, like when they get popular enough. Oh, everybody fell for it. But like, I'm wondering, I haven't seen the warning. What is okay, here it is. This is the risk. It lies primarily in boiling medication, which concentrates it and creates vapor. Someone could take a dangerously high amount of the cough and cold medicine without even realizing it. Which, isn't that kind of the point?
Yeah.
We're trying to, like robo trip. Is NyQuil tripping a thing?
For sure. I think it is kind of like the $5 version of robo tripping. But
how much is robo tripping then? I didn't know that is that like a $10 or $12 trip?
Depending on which state you live in.
I've never robo tripped. Have you?
No, absolutely not. I think half my time I spend feeling like I'm robo chirping anyway, and that sounds like I sound like a bad comedian, like doing a prepared thing on a morning show or something. But like, I really do feel like that would just be the ultimate hell for me, is to just feel
robo tripping.
Yeah.
What is the I know I feel like we may have talked about this on the show before, maybe not, but the Hat Man. Is that robo tripping when people were?
I thought the Hat Man was a Benadryl.
Oh, okay.
OD thing, but I might.
Yeah, you're right.
Might be interchangeable.
Well,
the Hat Man might present, in different situations. I think if you drink enough of these Blue Moon Light Sky citrus wheat, 4% alcohol by 3.6 grams carbs, 95 calories. If you drink enough of those, you might see the Hat Man, but he's just got like a little strong.
I think if you eat enough NyQuil chicken, you see the Ascot Man, is what it, or maybe the Bolo Man. This different variety.
The Cummerbund Man.
There it is. Yeah, and I guess maybe I'm imagining this. Maybe I'm projecting my own idea of what the Hat Man is, but I imagine the Hat Man was a man that had several hats on, like 10 or 12 hats stacked high. But I'm starting to
Sure.
realize the more I think about it, I'm confusing that with a meme that I saw. So that's probably not the common
The Hat
Hat
Man's
Man
different for
experience.
everybody, and I think that's kind
Okay.
of the point of it. You know,
Okay.
there is the Hat Man is in the eye of the Benadryl holder.
The Hat Man is in the eye of the Tripper, Robo
Yeah,
Tripper.
absolutely.
Well, now I'm trying to imagine what would it be like if someone had on 10 or 12 bolos or cummerbunds or
Scare the fuck out of me. That's what it would be like.
it's like, have you seen that one guy on Facebook that I think he's Australian and he's like goes by, he's like the shorts guy and he just
Mhm.
wears like 20 pairs of shorts.
I don't think
And
I've
that's
seen
like,
this.
okay, I'm gonna have to find that and link it for you. This guy just like puts on as many pairs of like gym shorts as he can, and then it's just like pictures of him with all these shorts on, and he's like, "Ah, yeah, got all my shorts on." Like, just very satisfied with the amount of shorts that he's wearing. I swear
Yeah, I
this is
mean,
a thing. I'm not,
if you go in the
I
right
didn't
order,
take
but
too
like,
many Dayquils.
is he counting? Is he counting? I think Shorts Man actually kind of sounds more like the Blue Moon Light Sky
Ah, there
Hat
we go.
Man equivalent, but he might be more of like a land shark light Hat Man. Really, now that I'm thinking about it, that's the Shorts Man, I think. Um,
I'm glad we're establishing this lore. It's really new cryptids, unbroken ground on these cryptids.
oh yeah,
Most conspiracy paranormal researchers haven't documented or discussed, debated the validity, the existence of these cryptids, but we have. This is what we do here.
exactly. This is our bread and butter, and you actually are responsible for taking the notes, though. Succulents. I hope you're feverishly writing all of these new cryptids down.
Yes, catch us in the Discord. Maybe we need a new channel in the Discord for cryptids. I think that's a good idea.
Yeah, we
Well,
need a
speaking of,
cummerbund man react.
I'm gonna make
Emote.
that for sure. It's just gonna be Benedict Cumberbatch with the wide face, and it's hashtag Cummerbund Man. I think that's what it will be.
Great, beautiful.
Well, before we go too far afield, I had a good transition. Speaking of our bread and butter, I think it's time to do another edition, another installment of the Baldo Report.
The Baldo Report.
I'm not sure if that's the appropriate.
Sorry.
I'm glad you have a theme song ready for us because I feel like we do need a segment bumper or something. But at the same time, I was like, is this the right name for this? I don't know. I feel like it sticks.
I think it absolutely is. I wish we could get, I wish we could get Tungsten Baldo on to present it, but
that would probably be possible. It'd be great on a night like tonight when there's just the two of us. We have plenty of room for Tungsten Baldo to be here.
Damn,
I'll have
give
my
him a
people.
call.
Yeah,
shout
reach
out,
to his
add him.
people.
Yeah.
So, for this edition of the Baldo Report, we're going a little bit outside of the normal realm because the Baldo Report, for anybody that hasn't heard about this, we did cover the Baldo originally back in the day. We've discussed it since, and then we brought it back for the cock block. Is it? Yeah.
I believe, that was the second installment properly of
which was
of the Baldo
I feel like that
Report.
was equally it was the same level of a sex toy as the Baldo. They definitely matched. Yeah. This time we're going to get actually I don't know if it's a sex toy, it's more of a sex food. Oh yeah, a Lithuanian company releases pussy flavored chips. And what are they called? Chaz chips. Which is like, what is that? Tom Hanks' son?
Yeah,
I think that's just
those would be that's the Chet ass flavored chip.
Oh, Chet,
actually.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's what.
But
it
it's
was.
with 2 T's.
And it's ass flavored.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Like there's little
crispy
hairs on it and everything.
Oh,
it's actually
God. But no, this is a real thing. It says here they're limited edition and for 18 plus only, adults only, which I just think is hilarious to think that you would get carded to buy a bag of chips. Like, how does this work?
Yeah.
Where do they sell these?
I can't imagine. I mean, it must be like sex shops, right?
I mean, it's an excellent question.
I
don't
mean,
know.
could you? Yeah, if like, would they like stock them at a bodega, like behind lock and key, like the merchandising on the end of the it has like bags all over it or whatever, and you have to tear through them and earn your pussy chips. You know,
I mean, you know, that's the appropriate way to do it, I think.
Oh, for sure. You just tear in, you know,
ravenously ripping the back. They all fly everywhere, just leaving a trail into the kitchen or bedroom, wherever you prefer to eat your chips. I don't know, pussy flavored chips.
Every bag has a tiny, I'm assuming has like a little tiny special prize.
A little flavor pop spot area at the
just a little tiny ball, like a pellet. Just somewhere deep in there.
One of these pussy flavored chips would kill a peasant from, you know, the 15th or 14th century. Like, so much flavor packed into that little spot.
Absolutely. Yeah. I don't know though. In the 15th century, I think pussies, like regular pussies, probably had plenty of flavor. You know,
you're right. Good point.
They're just marinating.
But they didn't have seasoning, much less pussy flavored seasoning. I think
that's very true. That's very true. Yeah, that was
boiled chicken and boiled pork and a lot of boiled meats. Not
entire civilizations were destroyed to find those spices.
That to our credit, why people still don't use it. I really wish I could read the ingredients. I want to know. Okay. Yes. Perfect. They do have the ingredients here. And this is actually important and relevant to my episode of Beat Beat Lettuce. It says the first episode, the first ingredient, 56% potatoes. 6%. Second ingredient, rapeseed oil. So Todd of Beat Beat Lettuce would not be eating these because we did discuss seed oils.
All those seed
oils. And this is just right out. Speaking of people that wouldn't eat these, I do feel like we got to bring this up. Matt Moyer, who's been conveniently away from the show for 2 weeks. He's on vacation.
In his bunker.
He had to hide out for a while after posting. How did it go? It was eating pussy is only for guys that have trash dick game, I think. And he posted that, you know, just a couple of days after going on vacation. Not as if he's not online or something. He definitely didn't give a shit about what everybody took away from that post. Because right. What was it? It just, you know, negative, you know, what is the actual term? I know we talked about discussing this, but I've forgotten what it's called.
I have nothing. I have nothing funny to call it, and I don't know what it's actually called. I'm sorry.
It's just kind of like light trolling, I guess. It's like, you know, you're going to piss people off. It's one of those posts where you like push posts, turn off notifications, put your phone down till tomorrow.
It's not engagement farming because Matt is just being funny. So I wouldn't know exactly what to call it, but beautiful job.
Well, I mean, I will say, let's also give credit to Ashley, who is not here, who their shit posting dynamic is hilarious to see, because it's always like a little bit obtuse. Like they're not necessarily involved with each other's posts, but you have to, of course, question it because, you know, they're a couple. And she posted the best tweet of a frog, like a big heavy bodied frog with a tiny little Hank Hill butt. And he's hanging off the side of a ledge or something. And then the tweet says, guys who are built like this will make you come so hard you'll think it's a medical emergency or something like that.
Something like that.
And then in the comments, you see Matt say something like, fucked up, I think. All right. I think that was at the same post. Anyway. We miss them. I just figured I'd give them a couple shout outs while while we're on the subject.
Yeah.
But the next ingredient in the pussy chips is maltodextrin.
Mm-hmm. That's the pussy flavor right there. Have you ever had?
There it is.
I can't think of anything with maltodextrin in it. It's in so much.
Salt, onions, garlic, sugar, and then they bold cream powder. Which is, why are you doing? You know what you're doing.
I think they're warning people that it's a dairy product, but it's
okay.
It does seem like
sorry. They also bolded some other things. Sour cream being the next one, which right in
natural
and then
sour cream flavoring,
and then and then they go on to say may contain traces of, in bold, celery, soil, milk, and its products. So I think you're right. It is. It's just a call out to food allergies, which is a little disappointing. I was hoping they were trying to make a low key joke about.
Yeah. No, they don't fuck around in sorry, I forgot where
Lithuania?
It is. Lithuania. Yeah. They don't fuck around over there. You can't joke about ingredients or nutrition facts.
I like
and you must remember as you know, as these are pussy chips, you need to store them in a dry place. Protected from direct sunlight and extraneous odors at room temperature. Consume within 3 days.
I really feel bad that I felt like I should have ordered some of these for the show and eaten them on the show, but oh well, I don't think they could have come from Lithuania in time.
I love the translation of the copy, the advertisement itself
is good.
Yeah.
Can you read? Would you read some of it for us?
Attention, due to the large, this is in bold red type, highlighted in yellow at the top. Attention, due to the large number of orders, the delivery time is up to 5 to 10 working days. After all, pleasant things are worth waiting for.
Mm-hmm.
And the package is packed in an exclusive design box. Inside, you will find a fun postcard. Wow.
And then?
Do you know that the world is going to hell? According to recent research by scientists around the world, young millennials are 3 times less likely to fall in love than their parents at the same age. It sounds incredible that someone would choose social media over. They're warning you that, because social is a dairy product. Media over live communication, dating, and real love. The Chaz team is young, bold, and socially responsible, so they took this news very personally.
Wow.
We decided to draw everyone's attention to it and thus contribute to solving this problem. That's how we came up with the idea to create the most authentic moose flavored chips. I think it
Wait a second.
Pussy.
Interesting. The translation, Google Translate, is a bit lacking here. But I was waiting for you to get to that part because I'm just like, what happened?
Oh, just gonna throw some pussy in my hair. It's like just give it a little volume.
Well, I just got to tell you, after I eat these, I do, spend a little bit of time just absorbing the leftover odor on my fingertips. Maybe even driving to work and just take a little sniff. And I get it, Chaz. You're really doing something here for the people. It's great. We really appreciate you.
I guess the idea is that they're giving you you're giving these to your significant other, and that's a clear invitation to break all barriers, talk about sex, start making love, and outdo your parents, most importantly.
I like that. Yeah, because Lord knows so many of our parents' generations dudes were probably not eating pussy.
Or pussy flavored,
and also still having trash dick game. So what are you?
Yeah, there was no no need when you didn't have people on social media talking about what body types will make you come the hardest and such. They didn't really have to work at all. Just came home, 6-7 pumps. That's it.
There you go.
But yeah, these chips have a unique taste for brave and free people. After tasting it, you will remember your wild love adventures, your first love, and maybe even lose your oral virginity. Jesus fucking Christ.
Wow. What?
A great gift
This is
for your
ridiculous.
significant other for long romantic evenings. Mind you, there is sour cream in these. Are basically, I think, sour cream and onion chips with
Oh my God.
with
You
garlic.
gotta be kidding me.
And lemon. There's all sorts of acidic stuff in here. It's not going to
Pussy is
negate.
distinctly different flavor from sour cream and onions, I gotta say.
yeah. I've always
Ridiculous.
thought of it as more of like the pizza flavored Pringles. Maybe they kind of always had a little bit of a like a pussy tang to me. But so you're eating these on long romantic evenings, delighting both of your taste buds. So
nice.
And it's a perfect way to test your friend's courage, openness, and sense of humor. And the full history of chips, they provide a link to the full history of chips.
I do think we should try to order some, maybe for the next show, maybe the next bonus episode. We'll see. I think that would be a great experience for the show. Well, speaking of romantic adventures, as you brought up shortly there before we finished reading the copy, apparently, so when I first added this story to the show notes, it was a very different story than it is today, which just speaks to the way that the internet moves so fast. But when I first added this story to the show notes, it was about Adam Levine and how he had an affair. He cheated on his wife, who is a Victoria's Secret model, currently right now pregnant with his third child. Cool. And in this affair, this was the story I thought we were going to be talking about. It's definitely not going to be the story we're going to be talking about. And I'm sure anybody listening to this on Monday, I don't know how you would be escaping this phenomenon. So we'll address that in just
by Monday, a war will have begun over this, I think.
Several people will have lobotomized themselves to forget the amount of fucking fuck your body is absurd memes that we have seen by that point next week. But before I devolve too far down that rabbit hole, the original story breaking was that, Adam Levine had an affair with this Instagram influencer, which explains a lot of these screenshots that you're seeing. Apparently he was flirting with several people through Instagram DMs. But the woman that he had the affair with, after breaking things off, I guess wanted to name his yet to be born daughter after this woman. And
Wait, he wanted to name his daughter after? Okay.
Adam Levine wanted to name his daughter that is not born yet. He wanted to name his unborn daughter after the woman he had an affair with. And we know that Matt
voice. I like this guy. Okay, go on.
Thank you. We did need that we did need that presence on the show. But actually, the only reason people know this is because he sent a message asking if it would be okay if he used the name, which is just so fucking bizarre. I can't imagine doing it, period, much less actually reaching out and asking. And I'm sure there's probably a lot of misinformation. Like maybe it wasn't an affair. Maybe they just flirted, sexted, whatever you call it. And so that's a little less impactful than having an actual physical affair, but it's still super fucking weird. Like, I don't know.
There's so many levels of, I did not know this part about trying to name his daughter after her and asking her if he could.
Mike, can you imagine being married to this guy and finding out that you carried his child for 9 months, and then while that was happening, he had an affair, and he's like wants to name the child after the woman he had an affair with? So what, the rest of your life loving the child and having them be a reminder of your husband's, infidelity? What the fuck? It's so deranged. I don't know how you I don't know.
It's fucked up, buddy.
And if that wasn't fucked up enough, the internet had just been taken by storm by the several screenshots of different people that he's apparently flirted with on Instagram. Most notably, the one that has been turned into every imaginable version of this meme you could see, where he says, holy fuck, holy fucking fuck, that body that you have is absurd or something. And
That
There's several
body of
other.
yours is absurd.
Thank you. There it is.
Girlfriend. It's like he really does sort of react the way he would react on what's that fucking show that he's on, The Voice, right? Just like spins around in his
really?
chair or something. What was The Voice? He was on one of those shows at some point.
I believe you. I just don't, I just didn't know, but
I think
imagine
it was
he
The
just
Voice.
pushes the button in your DMs and the chair turns around. Is that what you're?
Holy fuck.
Oh my God, that voice. Oh my God, that body. It's just a very like dude behavior, because I feel like, I don't know if it's like a side effect of, misogyny or just some kind of neglect in your upbringing. But I feel like most guys probably don't know the right thing to say, especially when it's committed to, written record or typed record. It's just
sure.
very poor performance across the board.
I've seen much worse, but he really does. The way I described it, I think, is he sexts like like an undercover cop who's never seen a breast, like just completely not. I don't want to say asexual, because we're talking about a completely different thing. Like it's just like a complete lack of any awareness of how to react to that. But yeah, you're right. I think most people don't really know what to say when they see, at least when you see like somebody sends you a nude or whatever, like you don't know what to say or whatever. But then again, he is just he's responding to like an Instagram story, I think, right? Like it's just like a response to a post or a story or something. So
I didn't know that.
In that case, you should know what you're going to say. If you don't have something good to say, please don't say anything. I don't care if you're fucking Adam Levine or you're,
I'm sure he feels
Josh,
like he has like
the
producer.
Oh no, not that Josh. If he wants
Josh
to,
Way, sorry.
Yeah, if he wants to sneak up in my DMs and breathe heavily, that's fine. He's family, but
just asterisk heavy breathing. Yeah, I don't know. Like it is funny that his DMs sound like a 12-year-old that just got like a new Nerf gun or something. Like, holy fucking shit, this thing shoots 30 fucking Nerf darts. Like,
yeah.
Oh which maybe like I don't know, like I feel like I'm I don't have any experience with what it's like to be a gay dude sexting another gay dude, but I think as a cis guy, that's exactly what cis guys would imagine it's like the gay dudes would sex each other, like bro, your fucking cock is fucking like, your balls are like so but like I'm sure that's not how it is either, and it just it still works the same way for how bad cis hetero relationships are, and the guys in those relationships are just like saying what they, I guess, think they would like somebody to say to them. Maybe like,
I think that might be a little generous, but I think that might be what's going on.
Like, I guess I could see where Adam Levine is coming from if he was hoping his wife would text him, "Oh my God, the fucking tattoos all over your ripped torso is so fucking hot." Like, oh my God.
She's always telling him his body is absurd.
Yeah. Which it is. I mean, if you look at him, it is absolutely absurd. Like, what the actual fuck is going on there?
Place names all over you and shitty black letter. It's absurd.
It's so bad. It feels like somebody just went into like the emoji menu and started just dragging things over onto his torso, like a bird, a spider web, a butterfly. The word, what does he have? California, I think, across
I believe it's California, yeah.
Why would you do that? I just don't understand.
Because Thug Life was already taken, and he was thinking, what's the next thing Tupac would have done if it wasn't that? It would probably be California.
Oh God, yeah, you're stealing Anthony Kiedis' thunder here, Adam. You need to back back off of that. Well, I
Right,
do want
yeah.
I want to send a shout out to Jason Cantu in the Discord Comics Misexplained, who suggested we probably can't do this to the extent that he was imagining, but a great suggestion that we do a kind of like the worst sexting elimination bracket between these are just the ones we could think of. Adam Levine, obviously. I guess Tiger Woods has been outed for having terrible sex. Just recently, Jeff Bezos sex have come out, and then I guess Bill O'Reilly has some terrible voicemails. Is there anybody else that
I
we've
mean, there's
seen there?
plenty, but I think more often it's more of a, like the Anthony Weiner thing was more
Yes.
just the briefs pick, the briefs pick with the bulge.
That was bad.
I think, yeah, more often than not, it's just sort of a visual thing.
Let me see. I want to find Jeff Bezos's. The funny thing is that they were called sexts in the screen capture or the article I read. Here we go. This is from page 6, which I don't. This has got to be a terrible place to get any news. But Jeff Bezos racy texts to Lauren Sanchez revealed, and the ones that I read were not even sex at all. Like they were definitely bad, but they were not really like in any way erotic. They were like stuff like, I really want to wake up next to you. And maybe we'll get to that one. I can't paraphrase it as well, but I'm seeing one right now. I'm going to start reading. It says, I want to smell you. I want to breathe you in. I want to hold you tight. I want to kiss your lips. I love you. I'm in love with you. I love you alive, girl. I will show you my body and my lips and my eyes very soon. What? I don't understand. I'm kind of disappointed that like there's no Mark Zuckerberg sexts that have been leaked. So let me see if I can.
The Tiger Woods ones are pretty. I think the more embarrassing thing about it is how much they joke about like him and what's her name, Jocelyn James there. She's a few minutes away. You have the Super Bowl tickets for those cancer kids? I will leave an envelope at the front desk under Ms. Daniels. Your room will be 305. And then he tries to like get it back into, and then there's something that they say about, I'm glad you came out. And she says, yeah, me too. Okay, going to feed those Vic pit bulls you rescued. Hope they don't bite my inner thighs this time.
What?
Like what? Yeah, I think their whole thing is equally. I think on each side, they're really making a mess of things.
Well,
what
right
would you
now,
say to Carlsbad Caverns if you were there right now? I wanted to be deep inside you. LOL. I love spelunking.
This is a tough one. Let's put Jeff Bezos up against Tiger Woods and see who he would eliminate. I have some other supporting evidence here we got to read for Jeff Bezos. This is what I was looking for. This one, it says, you know what I want? I want to get a little drunk with you tonight. Not falling down, just a little drunk. I want to talk to you and plan with you. Listen and laugh.
Oh.
What? And then it goes on to say, I basically, in all caps, want to be with you. Then I want to fall asleep with you and wake up tomorrow and read the paper with you and have coffee with you. What? I don't. Why are this shouldn't even be leaked? Like, if anybody got this, you should have just left that. Yeah. So I get to me, the only thing that's kind of like scandalous about that text is it's with his mistress or something, before he was divorced. That's what's, I guess these texts coming out make them interesting, but like that's not even a sex to me. Like that's not, if I got these messages, I wouldn't leak them. There's nothing spicy or juicy there.
It's just annoying. It's like if that guy was texting me that, oh God, can you imagine Jeff Bezos texting you that?
No,
just hungry. Just I love you so much. Just man, fuck off.
Can you imagine getting your Amazon email that your package is shipped and it's just like Your order's on the way, alive girl. I will show you with my body and my lips and my eyes very soon. No, Jeff, that's okay. Just leave it to UPS at this point.
Oh Lord, yeah, please do not. Doesn't matter if it takes a little longer, bud.
Extremely disgusting. Sorry. I don't think I really have many sexts, and the more that I think about it, I don't ever want to sext ever again. Just imagining the prospect that somebody would screenshot them and share them. Like, oh.
Tiger Woods. Great thing is we have a lifetime of this. Getting Ben & Jerry's to pay your endorsement fee and a lifetime supply of ice cream equals best idea ever. Just remember, you are allergic. I know that. That's why I won't do that. Oh my God. Remember when you got the girl at Friendly's to give you a free sundae? What did you say to her? Baby, I'm not going anywhere or doing anything. You please me like no other has or ever will. I'm not losing that. You have to understand people love to talk about me. Sometimes it's good and sometimes it's bad. I have learned to just roll with it no matter how much it upsets me when it's not true. My life is a fishbowl. Wow, that's kind of sad. LOL, waitresses go for that every time. Yeah. She's kind of funny.
That's insane. I don't know who to boot because I thought clearly Jeff Bezos was the saddest, but I mean, I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, he was like Tiger definitely has the energy of someone who's like talking real seriously to someone who's just like fucking with them because they're bored. Which is pretty goddamn sad, man.
I'm gonna let Tiger Woods survive just barely, just because Bezos just has too much of a boomer energy. At least Tiger is slightly
very desperate, and also like Jeff Bezos should have better command of like mobile devices at this point in time. I think you know.
Yes.
The guy runs. I'm not gonna hold Tiger Woods in the 2000s. You know, trying to text how horny he is. He's going to have a harder time than Jeff Bezos in, you know, almost 2020 or whatever that was.
And I mean, honestly, Tiger has so much more sauce than Jeff Bezos. Jeff Bezos is an old dude with a lot of money, whereas Tiger Woods was one of the top athletes in the world. I mean, especially, you know, coming to golf, but still he's one of the best golf. I mean, that's a lot more juice, a lot more sauce, which there's clearly a difference between the two. I mean, as most of our listeners know. But I think Tiger's got more of both than Jeff Bezos. Thank you, Jason, for suggesting this. I don't know how in the world we can continue the elimination bracket. I'll try to look up Bill O'Reilly's voicemails. Apparently he likes to jerk it and leave voicemails, but I couldn't find transcripts. So, you know, maybe Louis C.K. versus Bill O'Reilly.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, I don't want to go there. It was too much. But speaking of not wanting to go there, apparently the Q conspiracy crowd has a new theory that is very relevant to recent events. My understanding is that the people that have followed Q in that whole community are now under the impression that Barron Trump, son of former President Donald Trump, is actually the result of an affair between Donald Trump and Princess Diana, which I mean, knowing the age of Barron, I don't think that would be possible unless, which leads to the next point. Apparently people believe Princess Diana has been in hiding all this time, that she faked her death, and that she's been hiding out. And now that the queen is dead, she is safe to emerge back into public life, which that happening is imminent. Within the next few days, the Q crowd believes Princess Diana is going to reemerge and reveal many of the things that they have been waiting to be revealed.
Right, yeah, because of this post that she made. She ostensibly made this post herself. There's like a supposedly like updated photo of her.
Which definitely is not just a face app or, you know, filter or anything like that.
Right. No, absolutely not. No one would ever do that. That would be especially heinous. No one is doing trickery like that. And yeah, she says, I guess was it a Telegraph post?
Um,
Um,
I'm trying to determine. Yeah, it says it ends by asking people to join a Telegram channel. I don't know what the source of this is. Somebody's tweeting it. I don't know where the original post was. To me, it looks like a Facebook post that's been screen captured. But
right, it does look like that. But yeah, she says, what does she say here? I spent 25 years of my life hiding, being scared, not having anyone to talk to. I did it for my children and for the people of the world. What I'm about to reveal in the upcoming months will shake your bones. Who died in the car accident? Who ordered for me to be killed? Who saved my life and gave a shelter? This is all bigger than you think. You will not believe your eyes when I publish all of the information I have. In exactly 10 days, I will go live and share the truth. Be aware of what side of the fence you're on and who you're following and trusting with a capital T.
And it should be noted that Princess Diana here did not spell "your" correctly in that last
Right.
sentence, which, as we know, the royal family, they don't. When you're in hiding, you don't have the royal copywriter editors and stuff. Okay, so
right.
cut
As
her
we've seen
a
from
break.
those clickhole posts of Queen Elizabeth's using the computer.
So I love this because I don't understand why does the Q crowd keep doing this, where they choose a person that it is so unbelievable that they would re-emerge. JFK Jr. Now Princess Diana. Like, who is the one that? Who's another one they could choose that would be even better?
Man, God, even better than both of those.
Julia Childs is going to re-emerge. She didn't die. She's been in hiding all these years. Food Network actually didn't. She threatened, Guy Fieri's presence in the, food show dominance that he has now.
It was his time to roll out.
She's finally going to come back, and the information she's going to reveal is going to shake your bones, chicken wing bones, specifically. This is gangster, Julia.
Oh man. Wow. The only thing I can figure, and I've always kind of thought at some point when the disinformation got so dangerous that I think around the time of January 6th is when I stopped thinking this was a possibility. But at this point, I'm willing to believe there is like a supposed real Q or whatever, or, group of people.
Okay.
Who are
Let's go
saying
with that.
Their Q in order to drive people to, some accelerationist motherfucker or whatever. They're doing their thing in earnest, and I swear there's got to be like interlopers or something just trying to see how they can like this is the thing. I'm being as generous as possible. There's got to be someone coming in and just saying, okay, I'm Q. check this out I'm Princess Diana. Right. Okay, so I'm Princess I didn't die. Dodie, whatever, he died. Some other bitch died. Not me. Right? And I'm back. Okay, this is me. I got this weird neck skin now. Okay, and I'm gonna reveal some shit to you. Okay, what am I gonna come up with? And then that's when they drop that, like, the original Ronald McDonald was introduced in order to capture children, to bring them back to Jeffrey Epstein, whatever. They can just pick and choose as many things, as many disparate things as they need to make it as unbelievable as possible. But meanwhile, people believe they're the real Q because they said they are,
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think that's
and they just go with it, and they just, there's no way you can accelerate it enough or amplify, like there's no way you can go too far, because the people who believe Q will literally believe anything.
I'm 100% with you. Something I was mulling over the other day. I started thinking about Truth Social. That's a platform, and I saw a post about some guy that invested money into Truth Social stock, and I guess it's not doing well, and he wanted to invest even more, and he had suggested emptying out his kid's college fund, like
Jesus fucking Christ.
$170,000. He's trying to. I think he's posting on Reddit or something. Maybe some of the listeners have seen this post, but the guy just wants to invest all of the college fund into Truth Social, and it had me thinking more and more about Truth Social and how, like, right, okay, so it's called Truth Social, right? So the premise here that the conservative or whatever, the even further alt right, whatever you want to call that contingency, the Trump community believes this idea that this social media platform is based on the truth, right? Which is so funny to me, because when you see the result of creating it's a grift. It's like this, it's totally false pretense. And all the things that have come out of it have been so fucking hilarious and not truth based and a 100% scams, just like, every single ad I've seen for things on Truth Social, it's like they know there's this vacuum of there's just everybody that's on this site is willing to just accept the most depraved shit because they think like, oh, it's the truth. And it's just the exact same thing with the Q people. It's like the bottom has dropped out, like.
Right. And the only reason that anyone would ever be silenced is because someone who's in charge is afraid of them revealing the truth or whatever.
Right. They don't want you to know that these dick pills have freedom directly infused into the ingredients. Not only will your dick
advanced male vitality will encourage your partner to eat the pussy chips, and then
exactly. But I just love
buck fucking wild, man. Sorry, no offense. I know you're about to launch your social channel, Buck Wild.
Yeah, Buck Wild is going to be
social.
It's going to be Buck Wild, but it won't be based on a platform that touts the ability to say whatever you want, to the point that you can just sell dick pills that have bald eagle feathers infused into them. 100% organic, free 100%. Range.
Free range, killed exclusively by Ted Nugent.
These pills have racism in them, like as one of the top ingredients.
Are you afraid? Alex is back, I guess.
Are you afraid? I don't want to be racist, but I know that I have to in order to keep fighting this fight. Because if I don't, that's when they'll get me. That's when they'll get me with the acceptance of queers.
Not that I have anything against him. He talks himself into circles. But God damn it. I remember when Truth Social, or what was the other one?
I don't know, another one.
There was one right before Truth. It came and went super fast. It was like,
I think I remember that everybody had their
Parler.
Oh, that's it. Yeah, and everyone had their information compromised by joining that. Like,
and that's the thing, is when I saw that come out, like everybody was like, "Oh, I'm going to get in on this. I'm going to troll these motherfuckers." And I was like, "Hell yeah, that's great." I'm a little afraid that they don't know how to build a platform that's at all secure, and even the small amount of actual information I have to put in is going to get into the wrong hands very easily.
Yeah. I think they were asking for social security numbers, and then it was later proven that they didn't. They were easily compromised, and
like immediately, shit. Right? And I figured, some of the same people at least have to be building the infrastructure for Truth Social. I can't imagine there's no overlap there. Or that they learned any lessons, because that seems to be a big no-no in the MAGA alt-right Proud Boys sort of
Well,
everybody under that umbrella.
It's always a money grab. So every other tenant of, good practices is usually 7 or 8 or 10, 12 items down the list. It's like, how can we launch this?
How much would it be to put up some sort of rudimentary firewall? Well, it would cost money. Well, okay, once we're up and running, it takes restaurants, at least 2 years to become profitable, usually, if they ever do. So let's give it a couple of years, and then we can put in some security measures and protect people's data. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, we'll get to that. Yeah. That's a hard cat to put back in the bag, honestly. Whew. Well, speaking of compromised information, before we wrap up the show, was a story that came courtesy of Matt Moyer. So we'll represent his presence here on the show tonight by this story. Apparently, a man in Edinburgh exposed himself at a...
Phil.
Was it me?
Edinburgh.
What did I say? Edinburgh? Edinburgh? What did I say?
You said Edinburgh. It's okay. We'll edit it out.
No, we got to leave that in there. Eden. I don't know. I've never said it
live on Scottish Twitter.
This is engagement farming. Okay. Like, just roll with me.
Sorry. I won't get in your way again.
No, tell me how to say it again, because I really don't know.
I Edinburgh? Believe it's Edinburgh.
Is this an Edinburgh moment right now that I'm having? So anyway, in Edinburgh, sorry, I apologize to all the Irish listeners. A prankster exposed himself at a tourist attraction. Apparently, I guess he thought he was doing this in just good fun with his girlfriend, whipped it out, and he did not know that the attraction was being live streamed all across the internet. And so as a result, unfortunately, it was reported to the police, and he was possibly going to be reported as a sex offender, or had to register as a sex offender, which, rightfully so. Disgusting. I don't know who does this. Pulling your penis out? Give me a break. Who does that? I've never.
No one I've ever known.
I wouldn't. I'd never would.
You wouldn't. You wouldn't
just helicopter it.
So yeah, as long as you do it in the least sexual way possible.
Yeah, exactly.
If somebody dares you, then
a Jeff Bezos
take it out
sex,
while you're jumping up and down and screaming, and then there's no way it could possibly be seen as sexy. And you put away the fucking pussy chips. You do not take your dick out near a bag of pussy chips. No way.
But I want to read this a little bit. So, I mean, maybe the way that I described it probably won't be as good as this article puts it. It says, Caleb Carlisle, 25, was in an optical illusion room with his partner at the popular camera Obscura tourist spot when he decided to pull his genitals out in a quote unquote jokey bid to make it look bigger. That sentence I don't understand. What does that mean? He didn't feel like it looked big enough.
A serious bid to make it look bigger, which is something you hire somebody who does. You'd go in R slash Dick Photoshop and ask them to do something about it for you, and then some motherfucker would put it near the Eiffel Tower or whatever, make it look like you were.
But it goes on to say the stunt backfired when images from the room were beamed onto a screen in a nearby area. So there it is. That's what it was. It wasn't streamed onto the internet, but it was beamed onto a screen in a nearby area where members of the public, yeah, it is, including a 15-year-old schoolgirl, were watching on August. Wow, this is from 2020. This is crazy. I'm surprised we're just now hearing about this. The indecent joke was then reported to police and landed him in the sheriff's court, where he pleaded guilty. Which I just think this is so funny. I'm imagining people writing
guilty to an amended charge of breach of the peace, not breach of the penis. So
sorry, I should have finished the sentence, because who knows what the listeners would have heard there. What is it? What is the Disney ride where you going down like a waterfall and they take your picture like as you're going down and you're like, or whatever.
Oh, that's the breach. That's the breach of penis.
That is. I'm just imagining someone going down that ride with their dick out, and the picture is like when you go to get your picture, you know, like they show it to you and you have to buy it, but you're like, you got your junk out, and for some reason, like inappropriate.
And it's much tinier than you expected it to be.
That's the American version of this scenario.
Basically, yeah.
An American Edinburgh moment. Thank you, Willow, for teaching me how to say that.
The accused was alone within the room when he unbuckled his belt, unzipped his trousers, and removed his flaccid penis. That's important. He then held his penis in his hand and walked to the other side of the room, and he appeared to grow in size. Did his body appear to grow in size, or just the penis?
This is I love this joke. I'm going to channel Matt for tonight. I like this guy.
You're right.
I do.
That's what I'm saying. If you don't know anyone else is watching.
If you wouldn't pull your dick out in front of a magnifying mirror to make it look huge, then, we probably wouldn't be friends. I'm just saying.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Anybody who comes on this podcast, that
anyone who comes on this podcast.
Oh yeah. Anyone who comes on this podcast has definitely already taken their dick out.
All right, no coming on the podcast. All right.
Yeah. Not after last week. Yeah. I don't know. I feel so bad I do feel bad for everybody involved, because I don't think school children should have to should be suddenly confronted with a giant man's giant dick or a normal sized man's regular giant dick. I don't know exactly what proportions we're looking at.
Shouldn't be laughing about this.
Considering, no.
But I agree. No, I totally agree. No, an optical illusion does not justify the exposure to really anybody of any age. Unconsenting, don't want to see that.
But then on the other hand, to not know that it is being basically brought, closed circuit, broadcast to another room full of people. That,
to be fair though, if it was some titties, it probably would have been okay if it was some titties, I think.
Right, as long as you can justify it by saying you were doing like a childhood development seminar, performance art piece or something. You're saying
I wasn't going there. That's a different direction.
Okay, it's a different erection.
I think I think either one of those works. To be honest, I think either one of those works.
Sure. Well, at least we can agree on that. Everybody wants to see titties, is what we're saying. But especially, Adam Levine walks in the room.
God.
This camera Obscura exhibit is absurd.
Thank you. Okay, that was perfect. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in to episode 52 of The Succ. That has to be the episode title. This camera obscura reflection of your genitals is absurd. But yeah, thank you all for tuning in for another episode. This has been a fun one. The Philo episode. We've never done this before. We thought it was going to be a Philistine episode, but
we will have Philistine, but Philistine is much more appropriate. I think that does describe us much better. We're far more ignorant than we are. What's the word? Dangerous.
Yes, that's the word.
Harmless. Is what I'm saying.
We're absurd, Yeah. But
exactly.
Thank you to all the beep beep listeners that have come over from the show to check us out. We're so happy to have you here. I did want to tease that next week we're going to be having John Paul Zichterman on the show as a guest. That'll be super exciting. And normally we do every other week we have a bonus episode. So if you're enjoying the show, please be sure to check out our Patreon feed. If you join our Patreon, you get access to our Discord and bonus episodes. We also have a Facebook group, the Succ Shame Posting. And if you like the show, be sure to review us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts. It just helps more people find the show. So we love you all. Thank you so much for listening. Hope you have a great night. Remember, be careful before you go in weird fun houses with mirrors and shit. Make sure you know if there's any cameras, live streaming situations going on.
Yeah. Put your junk away before you walk into the haunted house.
Yeah, definitely. Please do. All right, everybody. Good night. See you next week. Bye.